Hello, hello. Let me just hello and welcome. That's loud. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Let's get into it, I guess. I'm finally playing Create 6.0. I did push off before, typically because of a lot of the add-ons. Let's just there we go. And we'll start with getting wood. I can't start with getting kelp like I would typically do because I'm not next to an ocean, unfortunately. All right, there you go. One sapling should be fine. I may not even leave the foresty area. Um, we'll head right down over to here, and this looks like a river. I don't have a map on because I figured it would be better to just use the maps the vanilla game offers. And that's one thing that I feel is slightly undervalued in this game. There's typically maps that are added in through mods. Having the in-game maps are kind of overlooked. Alright, I think right here should be an okay place. Specifically for getting stone. And of course, we're just doing the typical day one stuff. I'm gonna get about 27. Because that should be enough for everything that I want. And that looks like andesite right down there. We are in good territory. And look at that, some coal. Just head over here. And I do need a few more sticks. Ten of these is pickaxe, an axe, hoe, shovel, sword, and 2 furnaces. And I can now get some of that coal, and there's zinc down there as well. And I suppose the goal for today should be, just making a starter base. Oops. And I'll leave the zinc because I can't get it until I get an iron pickaxe anyway. I say I, potentially search around for a good place to stay. Oh, look at that. It's graveled shores. I'm sure I can find some iron here. Quite a bit, actually. Let me just make sure I have some light. It's kind of like a ravine. Quite interesting. How do I go about this? I go down here, and I'll come up here. Let's just try and be careful. Yeah, it's right over there. There we go. And hopefully I have at least 5 iron. Because that'll further lead me to what I want. I have 6. Even better. Actually, best would probably be 8. Alright, and while we let this go, I'll try and find some sheep. And let's just wait for the one more. I could travel a little bit further after this. And I can get the pickaxe later. Alright, now we look for sheep. I have the remainder of the day to get at least 3 wool. Oh, nice. I'll definitely have to remember where this is, but I don't think sheep will be here. So let's head back this way. There's an ocean with kelp. And I do want some of that, but I'm thinking there's an Enderman. Thinking we do sheep first. Oh, cool. Deep slate and crimsite. Um, what's quite unusual to me is how little animals there are in general. That's a skeleton. That's worrisome. And I think I found a sheep. Yep, I found a few sheep. Now we'll just take a bit of time to skip through night. And just in case I want more wool, I might as well take as much of that as I can. Oh, hi. Oh, wow. Okay, now let's head back over here, and I want some of that kelp. Kelp is one of the most useful things in Create mod, I would say. Let's head over this way. I think I actually kind of want my base to be around here. So, yeah, close to 0, 0. And that's the other thing. I don't need a map as much because coordinates are also a thing. Interesting little river. However, let's go over here and just I spent too long down there. Oh no. Alright, let's get some more. Nice. Now we're just gonna collect all of it. And I think what I want to do is get a lot of the early game farms done before I go too much into certain materials this time. See if I can't maximize create components production. And let's just gather the rest of these. I might have gathered way more than I needed. But that's fine. And there we go. And now I'll head over here. I guess I could get some birch trees. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But, primarily, I think I want some spruce. And having this near spawn is not something I'll complain about. Is that a... Oh, wow. Well, time to get rid of this. And this. I know one thing very well, it's that I'll have a lot of eggs when I make a farm for it. Okay. 7 saplings is fine. So, let's eat a few of the berries. Oops. And head back over to where I should start setting up my base. And I might use some of that. This music takes me back. I remember, 1.12, I believe it was. I think at one point I also played 1.10 for the longest time, because I was on, a 360 without Wi-Fi, so it wouldn't update. I think right here is a great spot. Let me just take this, because I wanna... Yeah. And what makes this perfect is it's also sorted by a river. And, sort of being by a river just kind of makes it perfect, water wheel location. Let's just... There we go. That was a little complicated. And, first let me throw this maybe right about here. And we'll let that grow. I'll probably need to clear a bit of this out. But first let me lay out where I want this to go. Firstly, I think I want like a kind of stone to be the bottom layer here. And I think the water wheel will kind of go here. And I'll have like this little area that sticks out for it. Otherwise, the house will go about here. This will be more of a flatter wall. And power will be routed down inside the base here. The purpose of that will be to kind of hide the power. Let's also place a bed over here because it's getting late. And perhaps I should plant some berries over here. No doubt I'll have to move them in the future, but they should be grown by the point I have to move them, and that's the goal. Let's move this in 3 and this out 3. And then we'll just take this back like so. I guess we'll push that in. Move this over. Maybe 2. The goal with that is I could potentially make a door go out a little bit. Those trees are having a little bit of trouble growing. There we go. I'd say all I have to really do is wait. But I could start laying it out with dirt. That would be fun too. I don't want this and this to outline the door. Maybe I'll even go further out. I'm not sure yet. I think I'll go maybe out to here. I go here. Yeah, all the doors are single doors, so that's fine. Interesting. One sound. Oh, nice. I think I'll go with 4 here, just because. And that means I'll need at least 2 here. I'll move that later. I could try and curve the back here, but I don't think I want to do that. Also have 4 of those, although 3 of them are for a pickaxe. Let me make that. I don't think one of those is enough for what I want to make. Actually, I know one of those is not enough for what I want to make. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make like an L shape here. And then I'll put like a little outdoors area there. And in the outdoorsy area, I'll have a machine. Whoops. But the idea behind this is, it'll sort of be inspired by Riverwood having a sawmill right outside the base. Or starting off from a sawmill, basically. It is called Riverwood for a reason. There we go. Got that out of the way. And now I just need to clear this out. And that's it for my shovel. Let's make a new one. So I only need to clear the rest of this out. There we go. And then, guess maybe I'll go over 5 here. And then I'll do the same thing here. And then I can put that there, and then I get a nice, kind of like an L shape with a little thing sticking off of it. I'll probably have 2 floors for the L shape spot. Maybe it'll be just above the center here, and then I'll have like a balcony over there, something like that. Maybe here will be the balcony. Yeah, I think I like that. Right, now let's just consume some food. Make sure I can run for a little bit. And perhaps I should also clear this out just a little bit. You know, the spot to the doorway. Okay. So now I'll need to convert some of these into planks. Suppose I'll get some doors, and then I'll need maybe 8 of these. Nope, other side. I think I'm gonna move those on the other side. Let me do that real quick. And that might cause me to need a little bit more slabs. Not slabs, trapdoors, but we'll see. But I think what I want to do, wow, is this. And then, put this up here. Let's say I get 4 more of these and some stairs. Put the stairs here and here. These here and here. And then I could, okay, fair enough. And then I could strip these. Perhaps put more on the top. There we go. And I don't need these in my offense. And that, whoops, that doesn't look too bad on this side. This side, I could use some slabs there, I think. But we'll figure that out later. It did say out to here would be part of that L shape. I think I could make it go out a little bit on that side, so above the doors where it goes. That would work. And then over here I could also kind of do something like that maybe. We'll see how it looks when I get the bottom floor on. Cool. And then here, as I said, I'll have a bit of a machine. Maybe something of a sawmill. Also, maybe I move this over to give more room for that. Yeah. And then the machine would go right about here. Should be 5. And then there would be a fence over here, which is fine. Or maybe not even a fence, maybe I just put something in the corner. Kind of want to use zinc for this, so I'll just build these up and not worry about the walls yet. I mean, really, I can't make a full starter base until I get the zinc out, not this. Or maybe I'll just do this with the regular logs and then we'll advance later. Because the idea is to get a starter base in. Okay. Do that, and then... Yeah, I can't really get any vertical slab variants of anything. Is it called a panel? I'd have to find out. We have the panes. Are there not vertical slabs? There's vertical steps, vertical beams. Maybe I could put 2 vertical steps side by side? Yeah, I could probably get away with that. So now we got this sorted out. I'll probably put slabs on the outer side there, inner side for the rest of the walls, except where I'll put windows. Suppose I could also start making a mine of a sort? Where though, I'm not sure. Let's see. Suppose maybe I'll take advantage of this hill over here and probably reshape it, but let's also get this path out here so I can remember that technically ground layers level with the ocean. There we go. And that'll be cleared out, but I'll do that later. Let's say I kind of want it to be... Let's see, I do need this to have a... No, I don't. And I need another shovel. And I'll readjust this later. We'll say... This will have like a triple opening type of thing. I'll just have to merge the road together. Oops. For this here. And let's just kind of dig out a bit of a circular area. I will need sugarcane. There we go. And it looks like we're digging the rest of this by hand. Or, I guess the rest of the outline, because I'm not digging this entire thing by hand. That'd be terrible. Two. And then it's one. And then we go back to two. Yeah. And all I have to do is clear this middle part out. And now I'm getting enough stone that I'm not really worried about using as much as I want. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. And let me also... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hello, hello. I don't want to make this like a dome shape, but I'll do that later. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna take a lot of reference from Skyrim here. Should I do the dome now, or should I start digging down? I think I'll dig down and figure out the dome later. So I kind of want a bit of like a walkway around. And the inspiration for this will kind of be the ruins. What are they called? It's like those little ruined areas where you have to kind of walk down into the dip in the ground, and then there's a door usually under the stairs. It's kind of hard to explain when I don't actually know the name. Let's see. So I'll dig these out. There's the walkway around here. Stairs would go down in somewhere in here. And then there would be sort of like a door under it. Also, I think I kind of want to... There we go. I want to do something like that. I'm thinking maybe I'll close this up here. Except for maybe like the bottom one. As to shape the dome a little bit better. And I guess maybe. Did I add any mods that add like a dirt slab? Let me see. No. I am here. Is there difficulty with the audio? That would be kind of problematic. Oh, wait a minute. Has something happened? Well, the first thing is let me get. Um, has something happened? Huh. Okay. My audio is not going through Twitch. Is it going through YouTube? Wait. Okay. Um, Interesting. Oh, it is. Oops. Okay, it might just be quiet. Hang on. Let me just. Yeah, my audio may be quiet. Should be working through Twitch. For whatever reason, maybe this just doesn't work unless this tab is open. I'm gonna have to clean that. The touchscreen has a little bit of a mark on it. Um, oh, and let's just sleep a little bit. Oh, okay. I guess for now, since I don't have any other slabs I can use, I might as well use stone slabs, cobblestone slabs. Um, I'll also need another pickaxe, and I think I'll dig this down maybe 2 blocks. I'm not sure. Let's just get 2 more of these. There's some coal, nice. And obviously, I may still excavate the world, but for now I kind of want to stick to this area since I need to make something of a mine anyway. Who knows, later on maybe I'll go down far enough and start making one of those giant drills. Oh, hi. I could see this being very problematic. That is quite deep. There's iron, there's gold, glow squids. Really, really nice cave, though. Diamonds, perfect. I could assume there's probably some form of zinc around, but that one doesn't glow as much. So, perhaps I do something with that. I'll definitely be excavating that for all the iron and diamonds that I can see. I'll get doors for that, though. Um, for the time being, I'll throw some dirt there. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, we'll go something like that. Okay, that is good to know. Well, in case I wasn't heard, I did say, hello, hello, welcome to the stream, and, thank you for the follow. I was worried my audio was, breaking for a second. Hmm. Suppose we can't get this perfect, but, what if I were to put okay, checks out. We'll do that. Kinda cross the stair. What if I were to put a stair at the bottom there? And then let's get rid of this. It's going quite good. I finally decided to, get into Create Mod 6.0. I've been sort of lacking on the updates there. Alright, so this would definitely be the doorway. And I could probably throw that there. I may not get into the create stuff today, but I'll definitely get into it. Aha. Okay. So slabs here for sure. And I think because I saw that cave over here, I probably want to go that way. For the start, let me eat something. I'm sort of building a, hang on, let me fill my hunger. I only have berries. I'm sort of building a sawmill style build. Actually, a lot of the earlier builds will probably be inspired by Skyrim, this one being inspired by the mill in Riverwood. Although I don't want to do the non-livable mill they have there. Whoops. And then this, I guess I'm kind of making like a quarry in a dome, sort of based on the ruins, I suppose. I'm not exactly sure what to call this, since most ruins, at least I would think dwarven ruins with it, but it's more so the small dips in the ground where you have the door under the stairs, and then I guess whatever under that, or behind that door. Typically, I think like the first one I can think of is when you get the horn, or the jagged crown for Ulfric. If you choose the Stormcloak route, I think the Imperial route also follows the crown. I'm not sure. But the jagged crown is kind of the first one I think of when I think the dip in the ground with the door under the stairs. That little area. Two straight things. And, I suppose I could make it a little bit less claustrophobic. Typically, you wouldn't see these little areas nearby a town, but I figured the quarry-style build next to the sawmill might not be too bad of an idea. And I'll place the door here for now. But later I'll probably use like a stone sliding door, something like that. Maybe industrial iron? Or weathered iron with a copycat door. Thinking that might be the best approach. Good. Down. I want it to be kind of a tight space without making it too claustrophobic as well. There we go. And I'll need more slabs, but I'll figure that out later. I suppose since I'm still near the surface, I'll rest for the night. And, as technology advances and I start getting, like, a bunch of stone, I might go into building cities and things of that sort, too. So, right now, I'm attempting to do 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. EST, but on Tuesdays through Saturdays. But I woke up a little bit late today sometimes. I do wake up late and start late. Sundays and Mondays, it's usually 6 p.m. onwards. It'll be ended before 4 a.m. EST, but usually I don't plan when to end those streams. So whatever happens, happens. And I don't really have set plans. I kind of just do whatever comes to mind. Which means I am open to any new game requests, things of that sort. And unfortunately, there's no pre-planned knowledge for what game I'll play. Because not even I know until I start the stream. Today could have been Forza, Satisfactory, Cyberpunk, plenty of games. But I don't usually have a set plan for any of that. Okay, let's see if I can't get the ceiling a little bit more claustrophobic here. There we go. And I could just keep doing this, however. That seems like a future thing to do, because there is something over here that I kind of want. In case I want to make tents, let me just... I think it's down this way. I think it's over this way. Possibly. It quite possibly might be over this way. It's definitely not over this way. I am. I actually stream primarily because it's fun for me to do. The only downside I could really say there is to streaming is sometimes there's games I want to play and I just don't see the point in playing it unless I'm streaming it. So sometimes I will hold myself back. But streaming is absolutely one of the funnest things I say I do. Okay, I think it's this way. I think it might be more that way. I don't remember. But that's fine. I'll find it eventually. And I'm still getting wool in the process. Okay, now it's over this way. Is it? Wait. Huh. I may or may not have lost it, so now I'm gonna have to explore around and find it. When I first started, it was definitely consistency because I remember starting sometime in 2024. I did not have the computer I have now, so I couldn't play a lot of the games I wanted to, and some of the games that worked, I couldn't actually stream because OBS used way too much CPU power. So the first one was definitely A, consistency, because building a schedule is difficult, and my sleeping schedule was not okay at the time. And B, the limits of a computer. Now I don't have to worry about that, but back then I did. So, like, if I wanted to play this game, for example, I couldn't play it modded, and I couldn't use shaders at all. If I did, things would start lagging. And I also wanted to do video editing, making videos and stuff like that. Problem is I can't stand editing, so that never really got anywhere. And I kind of gave up pretty quickly. Editing is probably one of the most boring parts of content creation. And I guess another less, what do you call it? Oh, that's a lot of gold. Okay, well, I'm definitely is that a plains? Definitely straying off course. Yeah. I'm also trying to, learn how to code for game development. Problem is, I can't really, afford to pay someone to make models or art for a game, so I'm stuck also learning Blender. And I have not been consistent with that in the slightest. Whoa, that tunnel looks cool. That tunnel looks really cool. Alright, it's about time to get back home. And home is just straight over this way. I'd say the biggest challenge now is time management, because there's so many things I want to do. But I'll always try to make time for streaming, above all. Don't tell me I found it now. Of course I did. Okay. That's fair enough, I guess. Oh. Okay, well, maybe the problem is that I went the wrong way. Because I see my build right there, and this is definitely not where I went. Let me hurry up and run before things start spawning. Now I'll head over here and get what I need. I think I'll start with the deep slate. I kind of want deep slate to be in the build. Crimsite I'll maybe do for a later build. Or maybe the roof. I should probably put stuff away. I think I'll do a Crimsite roof. That should be fine. Okay, Crimsite does have different block variants. Good. I might need more... No, I have one piece of iron. I think I can use that. Oh wow, instant. I do watch it here and there, not as much anymore because of time being a struggle. I think the most recent thing I was watching was the Apothecary Diaries. I don't think I finished it yet, though. I definitely did not finish that one. Still mid-watch. There we go. Inventory's cleared. I'm definitely open to recommendations, although I might take a few years to get to it. Currently my favorite one is a lesser known one. I like Elfin Lead. I thought that was a pretty good one. Let me just clear some of this out. Hopefully get enough to line up the build a little bit. Oh, tough. I think I would love to use that for the roof, if there's enough here. Maybe I'll use it for everything. I know there's tough bricks and stuff now. I actually have no idea which version I'm playing in. Maybe I should check that. Okay, 1.20.1. There still are tough variants thanks to Create, but I think tough bricks were added in with 1.20.4. Or 1.24, sorry. How do I explain the story without spoilers? I suppose I'll start or just explain the simplest portion about it. Even that's a challenge. I haven't seen it in so long. It's really hard to explain without spoilers. I might need a little bit to think about that one. Because I don't remember it enough to even know if I can explain the part that I'm thinking about, if that makes sense. I don't know if it was stated early on or not. It's definitely one of the more violent ones, I can say that. But I'm not sure how to explain it without spoilers just because I haven't seen it in so long that I'm not even sure what I can explain. Elfen Lied. But what's your favorite? I might have seen it. I used to watch it a lot. Oh, zinc, yes. That's exactly what I need. I like how big this vein of zinc is. Zinc that can last me a little bit. Yep, I just might use tough because it looks like I'm getting an absolute ton of it. Problem is, if I don't have enough, I'll have to get more. And I might be close to completely excavating this entire thing. Never mind, not even close. There's way more. Oh, and there's some over there, too. Sandstone, okay, interesting. Um, I like story building. I haven't actually shared much with that just yet, though. It's a sort of mid-process story that's being worked on. Simplest way to put it. Um, the only things I've really disclosed about it just yet is it's supposed to be like an inn style thing. Inn or tavern. I'm definitely not going the right way. Oh no. Probably should have realized that when I saw the ocean. Alright, I think I'm going to swim. Let's see if I can sleep before he gets too close. Come on, hurry up. Nice. Ah. What do I do? Okay, problem solved.
I need your water. Hello, ¿cómo estás? Okay, done. That water.
I do.
Oh, you playing Minecraft?
Yes. Everything is falling around me. It's colliding. What do I do? Alright, there we go. Problem solved. That is in the process of being made. Actually, by the very same person you might have just heard in the background. She also designed the model that I'm using now. Nice. It's mostly a matter of skill. Learning how to rig. I definitely will not try to learn how to rig. I'm terrible at art. Yes, it is in process. But I didn't want to wait, so I didn't wait. I started with this. We'll do that. If you are interested, I have the link somewhere. They might be on YouTube, I don't know. She is getting into art commissions. She has not, or she does not currently have any commissions. So, I think those are open if you're interested in that. I forgot. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, I could also just, oh, never mind. I could use one of these to automate it. I'm actually trying to get one of these shortly. That's a saw. It's just a saw. Okay. Well, this stone and iron. Okay, well, that's too cool. Yeah, okay. May just use or make good use of the pickaxe. I think the pickaxe only being good for one block, or yeah, one block of smelting is kind of terrible. You know, 2 sticks alone is good for one. I think a plank is good for 1.5. I'll wear gold boots, why not? And then I'll take these out. Get a stone cutter. I'm not worried too much about iron yet, so I think I'll use these small tough bricks. Whoops. Right, I have to make a new pickaxe. And there we go. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, so the door will go right here, guaranteed. And, we'll do that. And, oh, let's try vertical steps. No, that won't work. Um, wait. Can I not? Okay. How? Um, mostly automation. It's interesting that these don't have any vertical slab variants now. Because I'm pretty sure they did. Basically, factories, things of that sort. Interesting, in my opinion. I like a lot of automation and technology-based things. You know, like Satisfactory. Create mod being one of those things. Yes. I can build factories. If I go here, there's mechanical arms, mechanical crafters, plows, rollers, harvesters, saws, drills, bearings, pistons, pumps, mixers, presses, belts. There's also deployers and various other things to mess around with. Oh. Whoops. 6.0 added, these chain conveyors here, which I can actually do this. You connect chains to these, and then they connect together. These can carry packages. Oh, I didn't know that was up there. In terms of, factory games, I'd probably say specifically start with something like Shapes, or Shapes 2. Shapes has a free demo for it, and if you get the full versions, they're typically $3 or $4. If you're okay with pushing more money into it, I'd highly recommend Satisfactory or Factorio. Factorio is a top-down, as is Shapes. Satisfactory is a first-person style thing. If you already own Minecraft, I would probably say try Create Mod, because if you download CurseForge, any mods through that is pretty much free. Aside from the fact you do have to own Minecraft in order to play those mods. I think even Bedrock has Create Mod now. It might be in the marketplace, but I haven't tried it. I've also seen that it might be a little bit more buggy than Java version. Although Java Edition does have lag later on after a lot of belts and things like that. I'd say it's definitely worth getting into, even if you can't get too far without lag. It kind of is a puzzle game, but it also is sort of the same factory style automation. I actually played a little bit of it myself recently. It's quite interesting how there's, not the one thing I thought there would be. So maybe I use panels? I don't know. Pane, flat pane. I guess there's trapdoors. And if you do want to see satisfactory before getting it, if satisfactory is one of the ones you found interest in, I've played it a little bit, and I know a few others who have played it, Construction, for example, but it's not easy to build things the same way he does. Building nice things in Satisfactory is a challenge. I guess I could use walls, in which case I don't think there's any point in using copycat blocks in the first place. I could just... And then could I throw these into here? No. Okay, let's say I do get copycat blocks. I can't do anything with them. That's fine. Oh, must be a thunderstorm. Um, Planet Coaster. Me. I will, without asking or double checking, assume it's on Steam and check Steam. Guess I'll look at one. Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think it fits into the Factor style of games, but it does look fun. Kind of looks like City Skylines. It's like City Skylines, but with the roller coasters. I do have City Skylines, so I'll have to try that one. Perhaps when I get paid a little bit more. Possibly. I think a lot of resources in games like City Skylines and even that one probably is very automated. Same premise, but I like machines a lot. So I'm a little biased. Now let's break this. I suppose I'll break this. Still a learning process. I tend to start it, make mistakes, give up, you know, try again, same thing. Still learning. And I've started looking into other methods of learning. just because what I've been doing hasn't been working out, so I'm trying something a little bit new. We'll go this way. That was not enough, but that's fine. Yeah. I've actually been looking more into lower level languages. Essentially just C. That's it. Give me a bit better of an understanding of how everything connects. Okay. And then I'll do this. Not sure what I'll do for the walls and the windows, especially not here now that I've learned vertical slabs don't exactly exist. I've heard that, but I struggle to optimize games in Unity, so more challenging optimization is probably not the way to go. And suppose if I really wanted to, I could probably just go down here. I think I've also at one point decided to try Godot, but I haven't really stayed consistent. With all the cutscenes in AAA games, yeah, it pretty much is for movies. I'm not sure if I've seen any animators use it, but I also haven't looked. So, there's probably hundreds of people that use Unity to animate things. Although I'd have to question why, considering Blender also allows animation. Perhaps it has to do with optimization, which Blenders are not always that great at. Yeah, I've know Blender does have a lot of animation capabilities. That's why I assumed Blender would be a better option. I've actually made things fall in Blender using physics once, but typically I wouldn't do that for game design. That's a possibility. I'm not an expert on either, so I wouldn't know. Alright, let's get doors and head down. I want iron, possibly, yeah, maybe I should make this just a little bit higher. I know some of them work very slowly, but I can't really say that they all work slowly when I've played games like Need for Speed, which have almost no optimization on PC. I remember one of the first streams I did was Need for Speed with a friend of mine, and YouTube compression did not like it at all because of how intensive it was with resources. I remember experimenting afterwards, thinking that maybe it was because of the video format. Uh, Even the AV1 video was terribly compressed, and that's supposed to not compress. Oh boy. There's a cave not water related under this. Actually, that's a very high possibility. Maybe that's why Cyberpunk works so well. I'm actually quite surprised. Oh. But no, I'm actually quite surprised at Cyberpunk because not only does it use, or not only is it surprisingly optimized for the resources it uses, that's also andesite. Okay, well, I'll keep that there. It also works surprisingly well considering it's DX12. Yeah, I forgot how to get out of here, and it's definitely not that way. Okay. That's problematic. I need to eat. But most of the games that I've tried that use DX12 tend not to work. Which I'm sure that's because most of those are also experimental, but more zinc. There it is. No, that's not it. That's just this. Okay. Wait. Interesting. I'm pretty sure it should be somewhere in the wall over here. Oh. You know, yeah, of course it's like the one spot that's like super highly covered up. Let's do that. I'm sure I can't go wrong with that. Oh boy. Alright, let's see if I can go over here and things might possibly despawn. Yeah, that's what surprised me so much. I don't remember what it was, but one game, that's a trident. That's terrifying. One game I played, I couldn't even open it because of DX12. Um, and that guy is still after me. Oh, oh, okay. Well, that didn't go well. That's fine. Well, can't even get close. That's interesting, I suppose. Wow, okay. Okay. Well, interesting. Why I step in the water and you don't like it? Terrible. Okay, ridiculous now. Yeah, pretty much. Again. Why so many? Okay. You're gonna go. You're gonna go. I want your trident really badly. And I'm gonna keep fighting for it. One hit it. Oh, come here. And you? Never mind. Hi. I have more things I don't know where to place. I have no idea where he went. Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. Wow, my house. What? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, that was fast. So rude. Didn't even give me his trident. So rude. Right. Iron pickaxe. What? You've got to be kidding me. Hi. Let me just... I just equipped my shield. Come on. I probably shouldn't be spam clicking. That would probably be my fault. Just gonna bring one of these so it doesn't get so dark in the water, but I guess I only have one left. Ow. Well, I don't need this one here. All right. Thanks for stopping by. I didn't pause that. That wasn't me. Let's see. Iron. I want the iron. Let's head over here. Ooh. And maybe I'll go down here and get the diamonds. Um, Eat something real quick. I am absolutely in the wrong area. So let me just head back. Okay, I got some iron. I got some zinc. Oh boy. Let me hurry. Oh, hi. Oh, you're still after me. Oh, is that a... That's a fishing rod, I think. Nice. You guys can stay over there. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll start working on the basic level create stuff. But I might need more andesite for that. So let me see. Okay, I have 10 andesite. I definitely need more. Let's head this way and see if I can't find some. It's this way. Um, Maybe not. That's oh yeah, it's over here. I just went past it too far. Let's see, any andesite over here? What about in this? Uh, Whole cave, I guess. There is andesite here. As long as it's not, well, as long as they're not up here. Okay, 46, that should be fine. I definitely need a new source of food. Okay, so what I want to do is turn some of these into andesite. I'll need, I think, 2 andesite casing. I'll need more andesite than this for sure. And I'll need about 8 shafts. So if I put that, wait, before I do that, I need a block of iron. I could push this here and this here. And then I have a press. Then I do, is it like that? No, I think it is that. Hang on. Oh, it's worse. It's that. Now I can get 3 of these and crush them. I think I need more andesite, more alloy. I'm pretty sure it's 2 of these here and then this. Oh. I need 2 more of these. Now I have a mixer and days in. I suppose I could get another one of these. And let's just take this one. Now instead of needing 2 nuggets and 2 andesite for 1 alloy, I can just chuck any amount in there and it gives it to me for 1 alloy apiece. And that's what I've been waiting for. Before, 4 nuggets and 4 alloy would have given me 2, and that 1 wouldn't have been enough. Now, 5 gives me 5. And I need to, eat. Yeah. I don't think the berries are gonna do it. So now, let me get 1 more of these, and I'll chuck that right there. I'm also going to get a water wheel. Chuck that right there. Chuck that right there. And, guess I'll do a shaft here. Let's take this, put this onto there, cover that, and then, I'll use a gearbox and move it underground. Where I'll push more water wheels to make this one look like it's actually spinning. I'll probably make a stairway somewhere else, but for now that'll do. Or wait, instead of doing a gearbox, what if I don't remember how to make chain drives. Oh. Well, I will need more andesite. I could do small ones with that. But let's say I don't want to. I'm gonna need one more chain drive. Wait, what? There we go. Um, boom, boom, boom. Boom. Head down here. And, whoops. Nice. Let's say I were to get another large water wheel. Wait, that's because these aren't large. These are small water wheels. Large water wheels look something like that. Um, Cool. That's fine. And then, I need a bucket. And that would be going pretty well. I could make it spin faster. I might do that. Oops. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I could push this right here, and then later that right there. Don't need this space open. Matter of fact, would probably be preferable if I didn't have that space open. Um, I'd have to do that, which means whatever I put for the floor here is gonna have to be a slab. But then I could head down here, throw this right there, and throw this right. Oh. This right there, and that would still work. Yeah, it has to go up top here. Nice. And I don't need that open. And then I can just push these all the way down this way. And this should be enough to power the stone mill, at the very least. Or I could just block off this entire thing and have this go up and power things. Hmm. Or I just, like I said, block that off and then have it go up somewhere else. Okay. Hello, hello. It's going good. What about you? I bet I was taking a bite of my food. Not like that. No. No. Oh, too far. Yeah, let's try some of that out. I'm gonna need at least 2 coal worth. Or I could just, oops. There we go. Then I gotta figure out how to power these without taking up too much space, which I'm pretty sure is not possible. Okay. Run power through here. Or I suppose I'll just run power through here. Like so. I'll just vertical chain drive it and then move it up. Or maybe gearbox. Maybe. Depends if it moves the right way or not. Alright. Whatever the case, I think I'll end it here. And I'll finish this up next time. Because it is going on to 4:30 and yeah, it's about time for me to get ready for work. So I'll see everyone next time. Until then, goodbye. Let me actually use my ending scene this time.